stream video to announce to you the first time world exclusive premiere uh, preview sample of my newest book. It came out today on Amazon, and I just want to talk about it. I want people to be aware of it. I want them to know that it exists because this book has been a lot of work and a lot of challenges. As you can see, it is called Trumpocalypse Now, The Great American Road Trip. It is the first volume of a 3-volume series I am publishing with Markosia, uh, who have taken on the risk of publishing this book. Um, in light of current world events, I'm not sure whether this was well timed or horribly timed. This first volume has actually been a couple years in the making. It's been a couple years in the works, had a lot of stops and stalls. I originally produced this as a video game almost a year ago when it was released. And at that time, well, what else can I say other than what a horrible experience. Really, really wanted to get it out there. Um, if you're not familiar, I mean, let's read the description here on the screen. In a dystopian near future, American civilization has been decimated by a mysterious nuclear attack, and rumor runs wild that there will soon be another strike to finish them off. Enter Barack Obama, determined to save America over any obstacle, even if that means he has to recruit the only person who may have a chance of negotiating a peace treaty, Donald Trump. So the idea is this is a political spoof in a near dystopian future where society has been destroyed by a mysterious nuclear attack, and it seems like real life is repeating this, with the exception that instead of a nuclear attack, it's coronavirus. Um, I could not have predicted that, and it definitely is not something meant to exploit or offend people. This has been a real struggle all along for a number of reasons, mostly suppression. When the video game came out, the day it launched, all of our ads were banned on Facebook and Twitter, not Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And Facebook's claim, you can check this on the blog at alldaybreakfast.games. I believe that the blog goes back that far. Um, I, I I know I kept track of it on one of my blogs. I recently redid the website, but I believe the entries are still there. So we were censored, totally censored and blocked. People, the main demographic, which would be video game players and visual novel enthusiasts, graphic novel enthusiasts in the United States, were not even allowed to know that this game existed. We were blocked everywhere. Media wouldn't touch it. There was a lot of misperception because people don't listen and they don't read descriptions. They just see something and they get knee-jerk offended. Let me be clear. I'm trying to offend everyone with this story in a way. The idea is it pokes fun at politicians on all sides because I think they've all been acting like children and not working together. The whole point of the story isn't to be pro-Trump. It isn't to be anti-Obama or vice versa. The whole idea is that people have to get over their differences and work together for the better of the people who voted them in. That's really the message behind it. And it spoofs all the major world leaders. Volume 2 is 50 to 75% done in graphic novel format. And that one's going to actually bring in lots of other world leaders from around the world. The first volume is called The Great American Road Trip because it takes place in America and involves American political leaders, but the group ends up on a journey that's going to take them around the world in the second volume. So we're going to meet a lot of other characters and we're going to poke fun at, make fun of a lot of things. I tried to help with Flint, Michigan charities to bring drinking water. Uh, using the book sales, I was going to donate all of the game sales to the Flint, Michigan Water Fund, and they wouldn't accept it because they weren't willing to take the risk. I had media people tell me they thought it was a wonderful idea, but they wouldn't cover it because they were afraid that their news organization would get negative publicity. Folks, I know things can be triggering in these times, but there's nothing in this book that is even as bad or goes as far as things like Team America or South Park by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I feel like that's partially influenced the type of humor and what's in here, but it's meant in that spirit. And I think it's very telling that when someone who's well known, famous, popular, has money does that, we either ignore it or we laugh with it, or, no one bats an eye. But when an independent small press person like me tries to do it, the system tries to squash them immediately. So it's been a struggle to even get this out. Personally, I would have loved to have this done before everything went so badly with North American and world economy. This has been a long and ongoing process. It's been much more torturous than I expected, only because of the content. I've had major national news publications tell me that they can't cover it because they're afraid of backlash. That's really unfortunate. It's actively creating an environment of what they call cooling or chilling, where the media literally will not let people know that this game and now graphic novel exists. Luckily, I had a working relationship with Markosia Publishing already, and I pitched the idea to them to turn my game into a series of graphic novels, and they were on board. I heard from publishers when I was making this, don't think I just went, hey, this is indie and I'm going to release it myself. It's not. I did submit this to publishers, and I had a number of publishers say, we think this is great, we think it needs to come out, it needs to be done, but we can't do it because we're too afraid of negative backlash and publicity. So Markosia were the only ones who were willing to step up and take that risk. I really enjoy working with them. This book is available as of today, out now, today, March 23rd, 2020. You can get the paperback for $12.99 or the Kindle edition for $3.73 because it's even on sale on the first day it launched. There's really nothing else I can do to make this thing more attractive to you if this is your bag, if you like political humor. Let's try and keep it alive. Now I'm going to give you guys the first few pages, the first scene, sneak peek, world premiere, not seen anywhere else. Trumpocalypse Now, Volume 1, The Great American Road Trip. And there's the title page. Here's our credits. These wonderful, lovely people at Markosia Enterprises. Thank you very much for being involved. Chapter 1, A Secret Location Somewhere in the Ruins of America. Don't forget what you've promised to do if this whole thing goes south. Not to worry, gentlemen. This is one president who won't let the world down. In the year 2023, it finally happened. An enemy of the United States, believed to be the Russians, launched a surprise attack. Major city centers were destroyed, and the radioactive fallout has turned many survivors into radioactive zombies. Rumor among the remaining survivors is that the worst isn't over, and that America's mysterious enemy plans another attack to finish off what is left of the once mighty nation. Luckily, the surviving political system knows of one man who may be able to stop America's final destruction, and the one man that might be able to recruit him to their cause. A once mighty man, a former president, broods alone. That's him crying. I know that sounded a bit more like a Bill Clinton cry. He watches recordings of The Apprentice in the darkened basement of Trump Tower. There he sits, sipping on Coca-Cola from his private reserve, sobbing over his broken heart. Knock, knock. Who in the Sam Hill could that be? Moments later. It's about time, Donald. I could have been eaten by a zombie out there. Nice to see you too, Barack. Your country needs you, Donald. My country doesn't exist anymore, and when it did, the American people made it clear that I'm not wanted. Listen, Donald, I know you did what you thought was the right thing. You really wanted to do good. What are you wearing, Donald? Oh, please, your pants don't even match your jacket. It was Melania's, okay? She left it. I had to take these off a dead cop. The game has changed, Donald, but the players are the same. It's Putin, Donald. The UN Council thinks that he's the one that nuked America. Rumor is he plans to finish the job soon. You, you were friends once. You might be the only person who can talk him out of it. You can't tell me you want to pass up a chance at revenge on the man who took away your country. He took more than that. Okay, I'll do it. Your country, what's left of it, thanks you, Donald. Crack! Shucks, Donald, it looks like it's fight or flight. Hey, it's the zombies, they've broken in. Run upstairs to the armory. And I'm going to leave you with that. If you'd like more, go check it out on Amazon. It's also available on Comixology. Digital version is only $3.73 right now. The paperback is $12.99. I am more than happy to hear your thoughts. You can use the fan mail link on the website to tell me what you think of the book, what you thought of the preview. If you'd like to see more, make sure you keep an eye on this channel. Thank you very much for joining me for that exclusive preview of Trumpocalypse Now, and have a great day.